the Dan Hardy GSP was the first fight you ever went to.
Yeah.
So I figured because GSP is so legendary. You have Frankie Edgar. You have other fighters that came out of New Jersey who are great. So it's like, who were you looking up to when you decided that you were gonna do this full on?
When I first started, I liked like Chuck Liddell. Obviously, we all know.
Good Entourage episode with him and Drama. I don't know if
I like Entourage. Entourage is a great show.
That show was funny as hell.
That's a great show.
Got.
I like, and then Jim and Dan Miller. I was training with them. Like I looked up to them. And then I started training with them. And so those are the guys I always would root for the hardest. I like the Diaz brothers. You know. Yeah.
What about Brock Lesnar? You know anything about you ever talked to him or anything?
Nah, but he's a fucking big gorilla.
I heard he's a dick.
That's a fucking tank.
Maybe.
He can be.
Killer,
right?
What are you gonna do, right? You need a couple of us. We'll
is that like the
Is
only...
there stuff you can't talk about UFC? Like, is it forbidden to talk about Brock Lesnar or whatever? Because I know in wrestling, wrestlers aren't allowed to talk bad about him, but they get mad that he's on full
Brock
time.
Lesnar.
Oh man!
Fuck Brock.
Savvy is gonna clip that and be like, Mickey Gall said fuck Brock Lesnar.
That's because
he's gonna tag Brock Lesnar.
You know where I'm at, Brock Lesnar.
Well, he said this earlier. WWE is wrestling is fake and entertainment a lot of the time.
No, but Brock Lesnar is not fake.
No,
Brock Lesnar's a maniac and he actually hits people in wrestling.
But you said are you forbid to say stuff? You're talking shit behind whatever back.
No, because I don't know. You know how it is.
Yeah, but wrestling is
edit
different
anything
than
out
fighting.
anyway.
Like you're going into a cage and you could probably possibly die. I guess.
Just trying to look out for Mickey. You know what I mean?
Mickey's gonna be fine. Okay, if he's gonna kick the shit of anyone, it's gonna be you.
or Alex.
It might be all three of us. But I had something now I forget.
I was wondering, how do you balance the confidence? And you're definitely a nice guy, humble guy. How do you balance the confidence, humbleness, and arrogance? Because I feel like you got to be arrogant. You got to know your shit.
If this is a sport of confidence.
Yeah.
If you don't think you got a shot at beating anyone in the world, you should do something else. You know what I mean? If you don't believe in your shit enough that you don't believe you got a couple tricks that you could beat anyone, you should do something else. So I know I got some kill shit that I could take anyone out with, but I know other people do too. So and just training, it's jiu-jitsu is great, and I'm sure Sam will tell you as a new jiu-jitsu guy, it's really good for your ego, because you go in there and you're getting fucked up and tapped out. When I started doing jiu-jitsu, I get tapped out 8 times a class, 10 times a class.
You were that Sam at one point, right?
Huh?
You were that Sam at one point.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you get tapped out
everyone's a white
You're
belt,
just new.
but he does. Everyone's a white belt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That happens. And then eventually you start not getting tapped out, and then you start doing the tapping. You know what I mean? It's all learning, and it's great, because if you have too big of an ego and you're like, nah, you get served up. Someone Sam's size could beat me.
A smaller woman than you, your ego goes right out the door.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mike's done this. It
happens. That's what I'm saying. It's so I'd say that'll keep you humble, because and we all know. Every time I see a white belt come in, I'm gonna be welcoming to them, because I know it's not easy to walk into a room full of killers and try. It's all.
Yeah.
So I just think
it's like bombing as a comedian.
It's all the same shit.
Yeah. It's like bombing as a comedian.
That's how you get good, right?
Yeah.
Yo,
you gotta take your lumps.
I'm trying to relate to UFC
They're super. I think they're very relatable.
You learn real quick that HBO special ain't coming no time soon.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of guys walk in I want to be a UFC fighter. And
you do comedy one time.
Get kicked in your face, bro. I did, dude. What was that they had? It was the thing. It was a contest. It was on TV. What was it they had 2 teams? It was UFC shit too. The one where homie got so mad that he ripped the door off the hinges.
Ultimate Fighter.
Yo, the one, some dude did a spinning kick and you just heard the slap.
I know what you're talking about too. I see Uriah Hall knockout spinning. Yeah, had to wire that dude's jaw shut.
Yeah.
For real? Oh, shit. That dude was out sleep, too. But, the wet thud was I was like, yeah, bro. Nah, I'm cool.
The guy I'm fighting won the first ever season of that.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, he's an OG. He's a legend.
Do you have a real beef with him, or is it kind of
No, I don't. I don't. It's
You guys call each other up, post this and that?
No. Once I knock him out, I'll be giving him all respect, all love.
So we're calling a knockout for this?
Yeah, first round knockout.
First round
That's
knockout.
what I see.
Right.
I see it.
I
It's
just want to get
clear.
that for the record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not. The same way I say for all my fights, I'm gonna take whatever I get. But there's also a good chance I could knock him, drop him. And then if I submit him, which is the way I pretty much always finish him, I'd be the first guy ever to submit him. He's never been submitted.
Oh, really?
Never been submitted in almost 50 fights.
Wait, is it all your fights but one? You've won through submission, rear naked
All
choke?
all of them.
but one,
All of
right?
them.
Oh,
Yeah.
all of them.
I won
Good
all my
card.
wins submission.
All your
yeah.
wins, yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna say, is that a thing? Do you talk to your opponent before the fight? Like do you guys
Not
ever make
really.
contact? It's like
Not really. Nah.
You see that in
that's
like
rare.
hip hop sometimes, like post this, post that. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, like where they're beefing, like to build it
yeah,
up a little bit.
build up
yeah.
album sales. You never know.
Yeah.
You know, shit
Yeah.
like that.
promote it and prep it up and stuff before.
Are you saying like Diego Sanchez, legend of the game? You think that's a bigger step in your career, like than CM Punk was? You
Nah.
think
CM Punk.
that was like a once in a lifetime kind of
it'll
thing?
be a little while till I eclipse, because I was yeah, that was just a huge one. It was such a phenomenon, such a weird thing, you know.
Reminds me of
Yeah.
Apollo Creed versus the Russian, the exhibition fight where Apollo Creed died. Not to be mean.
Right.
Well, you're the Russian.
Me and the CM,
and
yeah,
CM Punk's
yeah.
Apollo Creed.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
know?
Kind of.
I don't know. No,
Yeah.
I tried.
Give you a 50% on
Hey,
that.
you
Mike.
tried, dog. You tried. There's nothing wrong, you know. Gotta
Hey, a
take
lot
shots.
of people thought Sage Northcutt was gonna beat you. I
Yeah.
don't know why, but I mean that was.
Nah, he's legit, man. He's a lifelong
legit.
striker,
he's
you know.
still young and he's
Yeah.
he's like a really good fighter. But
If you tap out Diego, your stock's going up, way up. From
Yeah.
that,
Diego,
for
right?
sure.
You sound like DJ Khaled.
What? Way up?
Way up.
Sounds good.
are you like big on like hip hop and music?
I
or
like
not?
hip hop a lot.
Yeah.
Do you
I told you.
Speaking of do you guys listen to Uncle Murda's Wrap Up?
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that one?
Wait,
I
you're
listen to all
you're
of
really about hip hop?
Oh yeah. I like hip hop. Hip hop is I and when you brought it up the
You
first
told me
time,
not to bring up hip hop.
I think hip hop's kind of
say that.
similar to
Sam
comedy and fighting.
Yeah, definitely.
Like that's
Yeah.
like the like I like don't doesn't everyone love a hip hop beef?
Yeah,
Like,
this
it's
is
like
our
the same.
podcast
Bro.
minus the UFC fighting. Usually we talk about hip hop and comedy.
Yeah, hip hop comedy. Yeah.
What's your favorite hip hop beef?
I don't know.
What about
I don't
song?
know.
What about
Give me a couple
pre-fight
options.
songs?
Yeah, I'm
couple
not gonna.
options.
All right, so
Ja
there's
Rule,
the,
50 Cent.
no
Drake
Ja
beef,
Rule 50
that's-
Cent is probably my favorite.
That one's good. That's like that's a nice little.
Just
that's
because-
warm to my heart.
That's
you
still
know?
going to this day.
Tupac Biggie's the most fucked up one.
He bought
Yeah,
what?
right. That's the OG one kind of like that's the one.
That's the
comes
only
to
real
mind.
Tupac,
really,
Biggie.
Yeah.
No, there was one. No, there was a good one.
Nas, Jay-Z, yeah.
right?
Oh, who said I left the condom in your
Everyone
baby
in
seat?
Kanye.
Soldier Boy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
No,
yeah.
Soldier Boy, and who's supposed to fight someone? Chris Brown,
Chris
maybe.
Brown.
Right?
Oh yeah, Soulja Boy, Chris Brown. I remember that.
Chris Brown's crazy. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Brown will knock him out just
He's
because
athletic.
Soulja
He's
Boy
athletic. You see the way he dances.
and Soulja Boy built like
Who do you
Rihanna.
think is a
So, like,
rapper
yeah.
who could probably knock some people out?
Boy.
50
Rapper who
Cent.
could knock people out.